Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport is the busiest airport in the world.
Do you have a connecting flight through Atlanta? Don't worry. We've connected in Atlanta over 200 times, and we will show you how to navigate this giant airport.
Now sit back, relax, and enjoy this video.
In this video, we'll show you how to get from T gates to F gates with tips for tight connections and long layovers. Atlanta's airport is massive and can feel overwhelming. Stay with us. We'll walk and ride the exact route from the far end of T Concourse to the Delta Sky Club deck in the International Concourse. We'll show you what to expect, how to make tight connections or long layovers at Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson like a pro. Do you want to be running through the world's busiest airport sweaty and stressed? Or do you want to be sipping champagne in a relaxing lounge? We've navigated Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson over 200 connections, and we'll show you how to connect stress-free at the busiest airport in the world.
Success in Atlanta layovers requires some basic math. How long do you have, and how far are your gates?
Let's start with time. We recalculate our layover time to be the time that we step off the incoming plane until the next boarding time. Please note, this is not the scheduled departure arrival time, it's the actual time you have. We verify it frequently because it can change. If we're arriving from an international flight, our time starts after re-clearing security and entering the terminal. Next, we look at the distance to the connecting gate, and this is where it gets complicated. The airport map will show you which gates are midline, or closest to the train, versus more peripheral. Those are the longer walks, or runs if you're out of time. This is a cheat sheet for which gates are close to the center axis of the terminal and which are at the far ends. It might take less time to go from T8 to B19 than it does from C1 to C55. But remember, it's a long escalator ride to the train, especially in the international terminals. We'll show you the airport layout, how to use the plane train, domestic and international concourses, where to relax, and things to do on short and long layovers. You'll land and taxi into a terminal that's essentially a small city with multiple concourses, A, B, C, D, E, and F, plus the domestic terminal and a plane train that connects everything. That's the route. T to the plane train to F sky deck. T-gate Delta flights tend to be on competing business traveler routes. If you're connecting, follow the signs and check gate maps on the airport monitor. From T, you can walk to the plane train. It's quick, frequent, and runs the length of the airport. We'll also show the walking option if you prefer stretching your legs or beating a crowded train. The domestic concourses are always crowded with so many connecting domestic flights. It's easy to get overwhelmed and turned around. Follow the signs. Remember, everything connects along the center of each terminal. Come prepared for long walks and lots of escalators. Delta is the dominant carrier here, handling roughly 3/4 of flights, so expect heavy Delta traffic and many co-chairs. Because the concourses are long spokes off the central domestic terminal, the toughest, tight connections come when your arrival gate is at the far end of one concourse and your departure gate is at the far end of a different concourse. The distinction between Terminal North and Terminal South is mostly inconsequential for Atlanta layovers. The North Terminal of the T gates serve United, American, and some other non-SkyTeam airlines. Otherwise, the distinction between North and South Terminal only matters for check-in and baggage claim. Delta is in the South Terminal. If you're arriving and departing in the same concourse, we calculate the time based on the number of gates. However, if we must change concourses, we first calculate the time to the center of the concourse, that is to the plane train. Then we consider the number of stops in the train, and finally we estimate the walking time at the new concourse. Remember to factor in 5 to 10 minutes for escalators alone, longer if you require an elevator or if it's crowded.
Hi there, how are you?
Pro tip, toilets can be crowded, especially the ladies. Also, remember they do not reopen boarding doors at Hartsfield Jackson. Be to your gate on time. Atlanta can feel like a small city between the runways. It's the world's busiest airport. We've connected through Atlanta nearly 200 times. The train is a 3-minute ride between concourses. It's the fastest way to get from T to F, especially if you're tight on time. If you have a tight connection and less than 45 minutes, we use the plane train. It's the fastest way between concourses. We plan for at least 15 to 20 minutes from gate to gate if everything's on time. Concourse F is a hub for long-haul flights and Delta's SkyTeam partners, perfect if you're connecting internationally. There's also a Delta Sky Club with a sky deck where we loved watching all the planes, the action, as well as some relaxation. While Concourse F is the main international hub, Concourse E also handles a number of international flights, especially smaller market or partner carriers. Arrivals from international flights must clear customs and immigration at the international terminal before re-clearing security for domestic onward flights. We had a 3-hour layover, so we went to the sky deck, enjoyed some bubblies, and watched the planes take off as the sun set and thunderstorms moved in. See that? If you got time for a long layover, F Skydeck is one of Atlanta's best spots. Watching landings as storms roll in at sunset is a real low-key show. Perfect for champagne, plane watching, and stretching your legs. We like hanging out in E or F during long layovers. They're generally less crowded and more spacious, with some better food options. If we have less than 45-minute connection, we prioritize the train and skip lounge visits. If we have 60 to 120 minutes, Delta Sky Club and Sky Deck. If we're coming from an international arrival, we clear customs and reclaim baggage claim before security. We factor in at least 45 to 90 minutes, depending on the time of day.
Put me in.
Thank you.
Delta.
Thank you.
My friends, it was good having you.
Good. Thanks for having us.
You're welcome.
Take care.
Coming from an international arrival, allow time for customs, you'll need to clear immigration and reclaim checked bags before re-clearing security. Hartsfield Jackson International Airport in Atlanta is the world's busiest airport by passenger traffic. It handles well over 100 million passengers a year, with 5 parallel runways and constant arrivals and departures.
The next stop is Concourse T, seen as a dog, which is available on all concourses. Train. Thanks, hold on. This train is departing. The next stop is Concourse E, E as in explorer. ATL has over 300 options for you to do. Please hold on. This train is stopping. Please collect your belongings and watch your step as you exit.
You can ride the train all the way to A or walk through the tunnel between B and A. We'll show you both to give you the contrast. Walking can be faster if the train is full, and it's a good way to avoid a crowded car.
Collect your belongings and watch your step as you exit.
Be at your gate early because they will not reopen boarding doors. Check monitors because gates can change.
A concourse is where many domestic departures board. The smaller market departures are tucked into concourses like D and parts of C. So if you're connecting to a smaller city or on Delta Connection, you are likely to be in D concourse, which is built for smaller aircraft. Delta dominates A and B gates. A and B concourses handle most major markets and popular destinations and can accommodate both large and smaller aircraft. The concourses are very long. Small and large gates are usually at the far end. If you find that your arrival gate is at A1, and your departure is at A34, oh boy, be warned. You're walking the length of the concourse. In contrast, if both gates are near the concourse's center, so this is close to the plane train connection, you might make it in 2 or 3 minutes. In tight connections, always look at the gate numbers. High or low ends mean more walking.
Connecting at the world's busiest airport doesn't have to be stressful. Follow our simple rules: good time management, understanding the layout, and taking advantage of quieter spaces to unwind.